Right, so today we've got this unboxing of an adjustable circle cutter from Star M, made in Japan. Cuts from a minimum of 25mm to maximum of 75mm. The cutters, when you adjust them, they move together, so you don't have to adjust them separately. And you lock them in place with this nut on either side. And this is the version with tungsten carbide tipped blades. Yeah, so let's get into it. I've already removed a couple of staples which were in here. There they are. Nice packaging. You don't have to cut into it, you just lift it open like that. Handy. Right, so on the inside here, there's a bit of information. A few replacement part numbers there. So it even says recommended electric power drill. That's what I'll be using it in. Right, and here's the unit itself. So a little bit heavy in the hand. We've got some markings here. So you're supposed to line up when you adjust it that side of the arrow with the marking that you want. Clearly, the only like sort of hole numbers every 5mm is marked. So if you want something more exact, you'd have to get a pair of calipers and measure on either side. Bit of wobble there. But yeah, we'll see if that affects the accuracy or not sure. So yeah, just loosening these knobs here, and we can adjust very quickly down to the smallest size, which is 25mm. Can't really see, but you can kind of see a mark on the inside there, and that is according to the package the smallest hole that this can make. And adjusting out the other way to 76mm. That's just that'll be 75. That must be a bit more than 76 there. Lock down one side, lock down the other. So I've got a replaceable drill bit in the middle. So yeah, according to the information there, the part number, this is a 6mm drill bit. There we go. Yeah, so when that wears out, obviously just undo that little screw there and replace it. You probably, even if you're drilling into wood, you could probably get like a brad point bit, 6mm brad point bit, and stick that in there for a bit more guidance as you're going into the cut. Yeah, and obviously as well, once these blades wear out, but being carbide tip, you know, it'll cut for a long time. There we are. Yeah, but you can, you know, it's like it's chipped or worn out after lots of use. Just undo that screw there, replace the blade. You'll notice the blades, they sort of face the same way. One blade, this blade here, facing out, will cut the outside of the circle, and this blade facing in will cut the inside. So you have to have them around the right way. Obviously, turns like this when you drill bit, and you end up with a circle cutout. So yeah, if you want to use the part that you're cutting out for a project, you can use this for that purpose, cutting the circle out. But it's not just for cutting holes; it's also for cutting the waste out. Yeah, so we'll oh yeah, the shank. So we've got 3 flats on there, so it will fit in nicely without slipping in the chuck. Yeah, so we'll go out and test that. Alright, so got our cutter here. We'll just loosen these screws off. Got a bit of wood here that's 70mm wide. So if we make a cut, let's say, I'll start with the smallest cut. May as well start with the smallest one. So loosen those screws off. Wind these cutters right in. Now the larger the hole, the slower the speed on your drill bit. On your drill, sorry. The slower the RPM. Now we'll just put that into the chuck. Make sure it's sitting on those flats. Got it in low speed. Okay, give that a go. This little front heavy wants to tip over. So wearing safety glasses and ear protection. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I've actually reached the maximum of the cutting depth there. That is, I didn't mention it. It's 28mm is the max, and this is 35mm, so we can't cut right through. However, you can see there the cut that it did make. Yeah, fairly clean around there. I have to find something a bit thinner to see if that makes as cleaner an exit hole. Right, so I've got a bit of plywood here. That is about 8mm thick. Yep, 8mm. So using the same size, we'll just try and cut through this. Maybe down here. I would normally have like a backer, something to drill into once I go through, but we'll see what it does without a backing piece of wood. Alright, wow, as expected, a bit of blowout there, so not that pretty. The hole itself on the entry, yeah, it's a little bit messy, there's a little bit of clean up there, but it looks to be quite round, so yeah, not bad. Okay, so just got it set up again. Now I've got a backing piece there, going to drill same size hole next to the initial one that we made and see what the results look like. So you can see as it broke through on the other side, I mean the plywood's not the greatest. Took bit more than a chunk. Maybe I was pushing too hard, I'm not sure. But just sort of ripped off a bit of the rim around the edge of the plywood there. So. Oh, that's a lot cleaner though. So, and that's without backing. And that's with. Entry hole. Yeah, it needs just a bit of a light deburr, but fairly clean. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's no forced a bit, but not too bad. I paid 165 Australian dollars for this. There are some cheaper options, there are some more expensive, but I like the fact this one here can be adjusted with, that both cutters are adjusted at the same time, rather than having to do them separately. So I figure that improves the accuracy a bit. We'll try a bit of a bigger hole. Okay, so just adjusting the size of the cutters here, loosening off those 2 black screws. We'll make a hole, let's say 40 mil. That's about 40 mil there. Again, to get the exact measurement, you'd want to probably measure with a caliper and just sneak up on the exact measurement. I'll measure that actually just now with a caliper and see what it reads. Right, so measuring from the outside tips there, there's a bit of play in those, so that measures 37.5 roughly. Down here, what's the measurement down here? Maybe that will give us a more exact measurement. That's 39. I think we'll just make a cut and see what the hole looks like. Alright, we'll measure this. This is 38. So, a bit of play there, of course. But yeah, we'll see what the hole looks like. Tightening up both of these screws so it doesn't move. Slow speed, so we've got a larger hole this time, slower speed. So, there we have it. There's our little plug that we cut. Right, so measuring at the base of these cutters, where the cutters are held, there we get a reading of 39.3. So that's actually where you want to measure from. And that's the size of the hole that we got. So if you're double checking your measurement, we want to sneak up on a measurement, measure down here at the base at the cutter holders, and as you can see 39.3, and the hole, as I just measured, was 39.3. Right, it's good to know. Yeah, let's drill the maximum hole. Gotta go nice and slow with this one. Right, tighten those screws down. I'll use this existing pilot hole that I just made. It's not going to look pretty, but it'll look good enough, I think. So. fair bit of chatter there. It looks like it's not, because it's not secure enough. That's probably what it is. I don't really want to finish that hole. Let's try and finish this hole. Well, yeah, that's not ideal. Must just be because the two cutters, you know, being so unstable, it tends to want to rock and tip. And yeah, if it were a full ring, like you see on some hole cutters, probably more stability. You probably wouldn't have that much trouble. It does still. I know with bigger cutters, it always tends to grab a little bit, but yeah, that seems to be not really ideal. I want to cut later on like a 55 millimeter hole, roughly. So we'll see if we can do that without trouble. So yeah, it just is about to break through. It wants to really grab and twist. So got to be wary of that. But that's not too bad, that hole there. Could be better, but you know, if you need exact holes, get the exact tool. This one here will do many holes which are good enough for my purposes. Okay, now trying a different drill with a handle. Just see if we can try and counteract that that twisting. And yeah, again, bigger size, got it locked down. Just going to go slowly and see if we can make this hole. Okay, that seemed to work better. We still made a bit of a mess, but that backing board isn't quite making full contact behind here. If it were, it would look a bit better. So there it is. That's the max hole. Just going slowly. Yeah, and having the handle there to counteract that torque. That's what you need. So yeah, just doing a couple of random tests in this plastic lid here. This is polypropylene. Don't know if you can see that, Mark. There we go, PP. This is a approximate 40mm cut, 40mm hole. I've just done a little practice test there, and yeah, one overlaps the next without much problem. Yeah, we'll make a couple more holes. Yeah, a bit of deburring required there. On that side there, more so. But yeah, easy done. Sharp knife, file, whatever. Let's make a larger hole in the plastic. There we go, tighten those down. That's 70mm. So yeah, in plastic, that's pretty thin. It's only about, that's about 2mm thick. And the hole, what I just set was 70mm, so what do we get? I've got 69 here, so I've got to sneak up on that if I want to have an exact 70mm hole. But yeah, there it is, cutting in plastic, not bad. Okay, so in conclusion, yeah, it's, I guess, one of those cases. It's jack of all trades, master of none. It probably won't cut any single hole better than a bit specifically made to do that job. But, you know, if you're not 100% sure which holes you need, it might be better off buying one tool such as this rather than several hole saw attachments, which could set you back several times the cost of this. You know, obviously the larger the hole, the more chance of you know, chatter and grabbing, and that's the case with any bit. Just got to be smart with your feeds and speeds, not go too quickly, not be impatient, and you'll get the job done. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good drill bit actually. We'll find many uses, and yeah, hope you like the review, and yeah, let me know if you want to see anything specific. Catch you.